Arc1964 here, posting some reviews as well as some tips for what's been today's action. Looking at my results, not so good this today, yesterday. 5, I got Whitefield, I got Wong. Let's go through them in strictly, let's do it in order. Buddy doing Travis doing the actually better than I thought he might do. He done fail to get here and gave a decent show against Brendan Dolan, who's not what play he was a few years ago. I think it was 2 years ago at quarter-finals. As I say, then a dramatic Cameron Menzies Charlie Mamby match, as I said in a couple of my videos. Charlie Mamby was my outsider for the championship, and I'm thinking an outsider just for quarter-finals, depending if Van Dien again didn't turn up and lost again early on, but that hasn't happened. So it's now more difficult with Mamby. But I watched this game. It was an amazing game. But I still don't know. It was very erratic from both players, actually, and I think John Mamby didn't start as I thought he might do. Cam Menzies, yet again, reason was against Menzies, and I thought one of the two seeds along with Edhouse I thought would lose. A few others had lost to go along the way. Two I thought would lose was Edhouse and Menzies. I got those two right. Was because partly what happened last year when he just struggled desperately mentally against Leonard Gates. And it happened again, and then, doing I forgot all about Colin Lloyd punching the dartboard. I was reminded of it after Cam Menzies punching the water bottle, basically, the table. And he's in his hand. I mean, it's just, good grief. At least the Lloyd didn't do that. And Colin Lloyd with a bunch of dartboard, actually won the match. Menzies lost it in more ways than one. Where do you go from there? I don't know. He's going to get a fine. I think I was looked at. I can't remember now. Lloyd, I think, got 500 fine. I think the fines are probably more nowadays. But I mean, what do you do there? Great floor player, but clearly there was issues with him. I actually remember, I thought he was actually 36. Honestly, he looks younger. He acts younger. But then again, with Peter Gerwyn Price, you can overact sometime. More, I think, in the past, and he's not about Cameron Menzies' age. But Charlie Mamby, 20-year-old, really, I said in my previews, I thought that whoever won this between Menzies and Mamby would beat an out of form, Vader and Campbell. Obviously, my brain's just gone. The Canadian, who is. Oh dear me, Matt Campbell, who's not so much this year on the Pro Tour at all. So I think it's a great, but I think Mamby will be disappointed against the third round. As I think people are saying during the match, actually, is the hardest first round match from the second. Then we moved on to one I got Wong, Mental Sulovic turning over David Cameron. I didn't see much of the game. Mentor, I think, was just basically a better player. Both played well. I think Mentor played better than maybe I thought he would. Although Cameron probably played both good averages, very high averages, both of them, than the first two matches. And then our poor-looking game, Peter White, Nolan Van Leuven, and easily the worst averages looking this of the entire day. I said I thought Peter White would beat Kim Heibrecht in the second one. I assumed Heibrecht would probably beat Merckx, unless I said Heibrecht fell apart. Exactly what happened to him. And Merckx is about 6 ahead of the averages from Peter White. Now, Peter White may not need to do much to win the match last night, but I think 9 minutes, I would say Merckx, I think, might beat him. He just can't. I think it has a very good chance. Matches tonight, I got this one wrong. I couldn't understand why Luke Murner wasn't fair against Maxwell. Well, he lost. How was that? I'm surprised. Not good as he was last year. I'm still surprised there. Match 2, I was still catching it. What had happened is I'd suddenly remembered I booked to go to Tassie Cinema to see a simulcast of the opera of, because I'm in Desmond in Newcastle, it's very posh, of the opera, which I know was a very good opera, and that's what the name of. But oh dear me. Yeah, whatever opera it was, I can double check on that. I saw it, Dirk was 2-1 down in sets, just in one of the intermissions, and had been broken by Andy Bartons. And Bartons has had a poor year since he got a tour card, and I think he now loses a tour card, I'm pretty certain. He's outside the top 64. He'll have to go back to Q School. He's done better looking at this quickly. He's done nothing. I mean, he's hardly got a few fourth rounds. He's been pretty disappointing, actually. And in fact, if he played like this, West was the last 2 years, he's probably keeping his tour card. But I don't mind what I had a feeling like it's like they've quit it, sort of like him and Cameron Menzies and Dylan Motomina felt perhaps we're going against tough Dirk Van Davenbode, it doesn't really produce. But he certainly looks like he did today. I haven't seen highlights yet, but it looks like he's come through very strongly. And last month, my tip for the semi-final, Johnny Clayton beat Am Lipscomb. People talk about Lipscomb. I don't quite exactly know why. I think Clayton. Apparently, just had a little off form recent last the end of the season. Very strong earlier in it. Look here. I mean, where that's coming from, it's basically the last 3 Pro Tours he went into. He didn't play the last one. That third round, second round. So, I mean, I think he might be overreading that. And the last one, I thought Sam Whitlock had a better chance against Scott. I thought Whitlock would win that. Scott's had a poor year on the Pro Tour, but he did enough to win. I sort of first set and then started doing other stuff, really, to be honest. So we've got 8 matches tomorrow. Starting in the afternoon session, Alan Soutar, Teemu Harju. I assume Soutar will win this. I don't know much about Teemu Harju. Soutar was very close to being a top 32 player a few years ago. I watched him lose 4-1 to Gabriel Clemens in the 4th round when I was at Andy Pally one time. I've been there. And that maybe when he started just to go down, his peak sort of fell away. And since then he's gradually gone down. He's safely keeping his scorecard, I'm pretty certain of that. I still think he'll win. Nick Kelly and Justin Hood, Justin was fractionally favour one ahead of the averages, but Nick Kelly did well last year, so I'm keeping my preview. I think I want to keep my views of it, my original videos on all late games here. So Kelly, I think, is a more likely winner, but it's a bit of a tight one. Scott Williams, Paolo Nebrida could be a bit feisty. So Scott Williams can be a bit boisterous, I would say. He did what 2 years ago. He's now to defend that money. He's going to be different, and he hasn't really done as much since there. I think he'll still win though. Chris Dobey, Xiaochen Zong. I did say in my betting part video for what was upsets. It's not impossible we could get turned over. Xiaochen Zong has some decent averages recently in the 90s. Dobey's better on the floor than on TV. I hope they're saying from someone else who comes. Dobey can more obviously come to Newcastle than I do. I've been here since the 6th. Jim's obviously from Newcastle, and I hope he wins. I think he will, but it wouldn't be the biggest shock. I think Xiaochen Zong is actually not bad price to actually turn him over. Afternoon session is one of my favourite players. Sousa taking on Ricardo Pietreczko. I'm slightly on the same for Sousa, despite his good run 4th round last year. His record of this country isn't as good as record in Europe. It's a 50-50, very nearly 50-50 game, but I just love Sousa. Not because he's one of my favourite players, but generally I think he might just did very well indeed getting through the PGPA qualifiers. So we'll see. Dan Noppert, Jurjen van der Velde. Noppert, I think, it's a great chance for quarterfinals. I don't think he'll have too much trouble here. Jurjen, Price, Alan Gawlas. Price, another one of these people who's better on the floor than the TV. But I think it'd be a major shock if he doesn't win this. And beat Niko Springer and Joe Comito. Nick Springer is in good form, did well in Grand Slam. And I can't really see him not winning this game.